This is Matt with Mel Express Radio. I have with me Michael of Flotsam and Jetsam. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great, man. How's it going with you?
It's going good as well. Over here on the East Coast here in Massachusetts, things are starting to look up. More and more shows are getting booked. How is it out west for you guys?
Pretty much the same. We're opening up and shows are booking. You can actually go out to the bars here and go see like cover bands and stuff like that right now. But people seem to be on crazy pills. They're in a frenzy because they've been locked up for so long, and it's kind of crazy right now.
Yeah, I think that hardcore show in New York with that Madball headline, I think that went to go show it as soon as an outdoor show was announced with free admission. On top of that, they had over 2,000 people gather.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. That sounds awesome.
Now, the band's new album, Blood in the Water, is due June 4th. What can you tell fans about the upcoming album?
Well, this is, like I was saying, it's every musician is going to always say, hey, this new record's the best record we ever did, and yada, yada, yada. But I really believe this record is the best of our careers. The chemistry with the band right now, everything is on point. We got 5 guys that make huge contributions to the songs that are coming out that you guys are going to hear on June 4th. I've never actually listened to our records more than once after they're completed. I even go back to the No Place records and Drift and High and all those. Never more than once after the release. But this record, I got it from the guy who mixed it, Jacob Hansen, and I've listened to it like 20 times. I listen to it like once a night, and I do it like a proud father. I'm just proud of these guys. I'm proud of the performances. I'm proud of how the songs came out. I think you guys are going to be surprised, and I think there's going to be a lot of happy metal fans.
How was the writing and recording process, having this being the band's 14th album?
You know what? Back in the day, we used to always get in a studio and start going over songs, and there's something to be said about that. There's an element that you can hear, but it's really hard to put your finger on it. You can't explain what it was when 5 guys get in a room and they start writing songs and bashing the tunes out. And when you do songs like we've done for the last 4 records, where we all write at home and then we start passing files around, it's a little different in trying to capture that element that you can't explain. It's a little more difficult. I'm having trouble explaining it right now, but for some reason, the last 3 records that we've done, we've been able to capture that to where there's still ferociousness, there's still like anger and stuff that's coming across in the music, and especially with the new one. I think it tops them all.
And the band has released 2 singles, Burn the Sky and the title track off the album. Do you feel like these 2 songs give fans a good idea on what to expect on the full length?
Yeah, I mean, if they're expecting that, they're going to get a whole lot more. Because it's still, I just think they're going to be blown away at the rest of it. We got one more single that's going to pop. It's called Brace for Impact, and that was supposed to actually be the title track. But we changed things around and ended up being Blood in the Water. So Brace for Impact seems like a great single that's going to come out when the record comes out too. So we'll see. I'm anxious to hear what people think about it.
How was it bringing in Bill Bodley on bass?
We broke him in a long time ago. He's an East Coast dude, and we're West Coast, and he was actually filling in for our previous bass player who was missing a lot of shows, so we ended up hiring Bill, and becoming buddies with the guy. He became a brother. The chemistry worked out right, so when the other guy exited, it was a no-brainer to get Bill, and I'm glad he's here because he brings an element to the band that we needed. This record would not have worked if one of the current members wasn't there. It wouldn't have worked.
And the band announced they will be touring early next year overseas with Accept and Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. What are your expectations on the upcoming tour?
I don't know. Being support, it kind of worries me about being on a stage for 30 minutes And the last few times we've been over to Europe, we've been support for we were out with Overkill and Destruction. So I'm a little worried about people that want to see us, that it's not giving them enough. Everybody wants to see Accept. I want to see Accept too. I'm a fan of Accept, and that's one of the reasons why I want to do this tour, because fucking Wolf Hoffman, he's one of my guitar idols, and just to share the stage with the guy, I think would be incredible. But that's pretty selfish on my part. But that's the expectation of it. I just wish I know it's going to be killer, absolutely killer, but I just want a little more time to spend on stage.
Do you see any more touring plans after the European tour?
Oh yeah, tons. We're talking about the U.S. tour after that. There's some stuff coming down the pipe that I can't talk about, but I know the metal fans in America are going to dig it. And then hopefully some headline shows after, except sometime before the festivals over in Europe. Festivals happen usually in the summertime, so hopefully before all that or after that for Europe.
With a couple months into 2021, have there been any new releases that have caught your attention?
Oh yeah, right now I'm on a Gojira thing. I can't get enough. It's like a drug going into my vein. That's all I've been listening to. Just going, oh my god, this is like some of the best shit that I've heard in a long, long time. Like Architects, there's all kinds of new music. I think musicians and bands have been locked up, and their creative juices have been flowing. So I think the metal fans and the music business is going to experience some really killer music that comes out between now and the end of 2022.
And from being in the band since 1985, which was just about 4 years after the band started, what have been some of your favorite memories throughout the years?
Oh my god. There's peaks and valleys. Some of the peaks, though, like getting signed to a major label back in the 80s was like a big deal, like, wow, you're on a major label now. And there really isn't that anymore, It seems like, the metal labels are a better home. Some of the smaller labels are a better home for metal bands. They know how to market them, and they know how to get it out there. And the bigger labels, I think, kind of lose that aspect. So that's always a highlight. Tours are always a highlight. Touring with Overkill and Destruction was a great tour the last time we were out with them. The King Diamond tours that we did were amazing. So those are some highlights, And then just the people. You meet fans all the time. I always think it's great to talk to people and just hear their experiences about why they like Flotsam and Jetsam or any other band. Personally, what's happened in their life and why they like the song and what it draws out of them. And I just think it's really interesting to meet people.
And being started in the 80s, how is it to see bands like Overkill and Testament and Metal Church, a lot of your peers, as well as Flotsam and Jetsam, not only still putting out music, but still touring the world consistently?
Yeah, we're super lucky to do that at our age, and all these bands are still around, and we all kind of came up together. I'm actually from the Bay Area, so I kind of hit it off with those guys, and just to see us all still doing it, I think it's incredible, for 30 years, and we're all still we're addicted to metal, and we're going to fight for it. We're just going to keep doing it until we die.
I love that. If there's nothing that we haven't gone over that you like to throw in?
Man, I just can't. I can't tell you how proud I am of the guys on this record. I hope everybody listens to it and they get a vibe off it and they get some enjoyment out of it. And it's the angriest record we've ever done, and I'm anxious for you guys to hear it in its entirety.
So my last question for you, out of 14 albums, what is the one album you would recommend to a new fan of the band?
I just was talking to somebody about this. For a new fan, I would recommend What's Getting Ready to Happen, the Blood in the Water record. But if it was before that, I would say go back 3 records or 2 records and listen to the self-titled one first, then listen to The End of Chaos, which is the one that just followed, and then listen to Blood in the Water. And I think those 3 consecutive records right now is what's defining the band. And I think that's where the chemistry is really locked in with what's coming across on vinyl or on disc or on your radio waves.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you. I can't wait to hear the album. I really hope that when all is safe enough, you guys can come back to the East Coast. And obviously, it's been a tough year. I hope you, the band, all your friends and family have been healthy and safe during this time.
Oh, dude, thank you so much. And the same to you.